just joined the ACLU as the new executive director. We wanted you to all meet him in case you ever need his support because he's here for you. Mo Sinha.
Good evening. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Christian, and thank you so much for hosting this event. This is crucially important. We need to build community, and we need to stand together in solidarity against the evils that be, right? I was just telling somebody, it's a heartbreaking time to be an American, but it's a wonderful time to be a part of the ACLU and to be in the community of like-minded folks, because we are the resistance, right? This is where it begins. I am proud to stand with my good friend Bhalla, Mayor of Hoboken, and my mayor, City Fulop, and work with people on the ground locally to make sure that we're doing the right thing and we're sending the message that New Jersey is a leader, that New Jersey is not going to stand for nonsense, exclusionary, xenophobic, anti-LGBT, anti-trans, anti-everybody who is brown policies coming from the federal government. I'm really happy to be here today, so thank you so much, and please come and talk to me if you want to talk about the ACLU. I'm more than willing to talk about all the policy details that we're working on right now. And thank you so much to Christian and to the Hudson County Pride Center for hosting us.
Great, thank you. Real quick, I just want to recognize Bianca Mays, who's right here. She just joined Garden State Equality. She's our health and wellness coordinator. So we'll be hearing from her if you need health and wellness coordinated. She'll reach out to you. So Michael Billy and so Michael Billy just became the executive director of the Hudson Pride Connection Center. Hudson Pride Center. They're rebranding. I go way back, like 2004. I was working there, and it was the Jersey City Connections Center at the time. So it's evolved, and I know that it's moving in the right direction with Michael Billy there. And it's so nice to be able to lead an organization like Garden State Equality and be surrounded by peers like a Mole and Michael Billy who are positioned in the right direction and working on the same causes that we're working towards. How's everybody doing? My goodness, what a turnout, folks. I'm the head of Hudson Pride Center, and it is a really exciting time for us. This year is going to mark our 25th year. We are the largest and only full-service center in the state, and that gives us an incredible opportunity. So tonight is about celebration. Tonight is celebrating how far we've come in Hudson County, in Jersey City, in Hoboken, as a community, and where we can go, and how far we can go. So, I'm in this place where, in order to go forward, you have to show a little gratitude for where we are right now. So, I want to talk a little bit about gratitude. 25 years, Hudson Pride Center. That's what this year is. And our community started out 18 years ago for Jersey City Pride in the living rooms of activists right here in Jersey City. We have grown to be one of the most diverse cities in the nation, the largest LGBTQ population in the state. We are leading in policies for our LGBTQ community, and we have so far to go. Obviously, we need some more women's programming.
Absolutely.
One of our first initiatives at Hudson Pride is to expand our women's services and our services for the trans community. Please. I'll just say that we're here to celebrate how far we've come, and the mayors that, and there were council people that have been partnering with us for years in championing our cause. But it's not just our politicians, it's everybody in this room who, instead of yelling at the television and yelling at the sky, can wake up tomorrow and want to do something bigger and better. And that's about getting involved on a local level. If we're the most diverse city in the nation and Hoboken is right next door, we have every opportunity to show the United States on how we can live together, right?
All right, so the commitment for you tonight is to keep showing up at these events, to contact your elected leaders, to run for office yourself, to get involved, throw events, and be a part of what this is going to be is absolute history. So visitors first is what Steve said, just so you know, he put me on the spot. I asked Steve, I was like, Steve, do you want to go over? He said, no, visitors first. Don't tell Robin to come, tell Robin to come. So please let me introduce Mayor Bhalla.
Good evening. Thanks for having me. And Mayor Fulop's a tough act to follow, so I appreciate that. I want to thank the Hudson Pride Center, Garden State Equality, and everyone in this room for coming together for a common cause. It's not just about the LGBTQ community, it's about our common vision and values as citizens of this great democracy known as the United States of America. And I just want to offer a very brief anecdote. I was born and raised in New Jersey, and I went to the public schools. As a Sikh American, I looked different growing up. I wasn't like other school children in my class, and I was a victim of school bullying. Just as many gay American students or youngsters are victims of school bullying. And it's not an easy experience to be different, to be isolated, to feel like there's no one there. And back in the, must be in the 70s and 80s, when I had to confront that, the resources that we have today weren't there in terms of the law and the policies and programs to prevent school bullying. And I had no one to turn to but my parents and my family. But what I learned is that when you look different or when you love different, the reaction if you are under attack is not to hide who you are, but it's to be proud of who you are. And that's what gives you strength. And that's what gave me strength. And that's what this country's about. That's why we're here as Americans, because we're all equal under the law, no matter how you love, how you worship, what you look like. So again, this is a day to celebrate. I want to let you know that as Mayor of Hoboken, I am here in solidarity and partnership with all of you on issues of social justice and equality. If there's anything you ever need thank you. Let's have fun tonight, but to know on the substantive issues, as I think I told you earlier tonight, just give me a call. The reason I ran for office was to make change, and we have such a great opportunity to make change, and that's what it's all about, and I'm here to help, so thank you very much.
So when I first joined Garden State Equality, everyone said to me, you need to sit down with Mayor Stephen Fulop. And I said, well, like, why? Because Jersey City is right next to New York City. I just left New York City. I'm trying to get as far away as possible. I want to be able to find a parking spot. And I just meet with him. And they told me I could park in this parking spot. That's why you didn't park that day and you were late for the meeting. But they wanted me to meet with him because Mayor Stephen Fulop leads by example when it comes to LGBT issues. He has done everything a mayor can do to stand with the LGBT community. And you can see that through every order and action and recognition that he has done. You can see that with how he's grown the Jersey City Pride Festival, which is the largest Pride Festival in the state outside of the New Jersey Pride Festival.
Be very careful.
Yes. And so you can see how that has grown and how that's been supported, and the rainbow flag being raised in front of City Council, and trans employees making sure that they have health benefits, and making sure that everyone is included.
Yes.
And so at Garden State Equality, we always look to Stephen Fulop for guidance when working with other mayors throughout the state of New Jersey. And we firmly believe that people who live in New Jersey shouldn't have to travel into New York City or Philadelphia to find the care and resources they need. And so, mayors like Stephen Fulop make that possible by making sure that those services are right here in New Jersey. Without further ado, Mayor Stephen Fulop.
So let me just quickly say a couple quick thank yous. First, I do want to acknowledge a couple people that are here. First and foremost, I do want to say to a friend of mine who has been an advocate for the LGBT community here in Jersey City for 20 plus years, pushing for equality before equality was an easy conversation to have, and really putting together the pieces here. And that's Miguel's birthday today, and he came out. Congratulations to our new councilman for Ward E here in Jersey City, James Solomon.
Yes!
Mark Bunbury here. Mark, raise your hand here. Mark tomorrow, who's very involved in all sorts of equality issues in Jersey City, but he'll be hopefully, with James's support, will be the director of HR for the city of Jersey City, pushing the issues that are important to all of us here. Thank you. Let me just quickly comment on just Christian and Michael, who are standing to my right here. I've had the privilege of working with Christian since he came here, and there's a lot of things to admire about him. First and foremost, his husband is a fellow Marine, so I got to say that, right? He came here with the goal of kind of revamping Garden State Equality, raising money, thinking about issues that are difficult at times to galvanize people around, being that marriage became a reality in New Jersey. And it's not an easy thing to do that, and he's done a phenomenal job building relationships around the state of New Jersey and respect. And I'm happy to have you here, and happy to have you as a friend, and happy to have your support, and whatever we could always do to help you in your work. So thank you. You got a lot of thank yous to say over here, but you got to bear with me for a second. And to Michael here, Michael has been involved in what it feels like every aspect of Jersey City. And when you think about community activists, you really think about Michael Bhalla here in Jersey City. And he's got big responsibility now in the last year. And it's not an easy job. He's trying to find space, he's trying to raise money, he's trying to keep the momentum going, service a lot of different demographics here in Jersey City. And that's not an easy task. And while he has tremendous skills, I think it's incumbent on all of us here to be a resource for him. He's a humble guy. He may not always ask you for the support, but he needs it. So as he's reaching out over the next couple months and asking for money and resources and relationships and board members for the Pride Center, we need to be there for him because he's there for us. So thank you. And this guy here, how great is it for Hudson County, particularly Hoboken? I've been friends for 10 plus years here on the political front, and outside of the fact that people point to the demographic and racial significance of what his election meant, I can just tell you that Hoboken elected really the smartest guy. He's really such a talent. I'm just going to say in conclusion here, because I said a lot of thank yous here, that for me, this journey over the last 12 or 13 years has been a great learning experience. I grew up in a not so diverse household that was an immigrant family, Holocaust survivors, and I would classify them as fairly introverted. Like, I didn't have many friends with many different backgrounds growing up. I went to a very Orthodox Jewish background school because my family wanted me to have that education, because most of my family was persecuted in the Holocaust when they immigrated here. When I ran for city council, it was actually my first exposure to a lot of different communities here back in 2005. And I learned a lot through that process. I like to point to the fact that the Muslim community here as a Jewish American probably taught me the most. They were the first community to reach out to me. I went to them because I was running against this whole political organization in Hudson County. Most of you know that have experienced it. It's a really hard thing to do. Yeah. And so I didn't think there was a possibility of really winning, let alone I didn't know who was going to be there to support me. And this Muslim community on Montgomery reached out and they said, come to the mosque and we'd like you to meet the leadership there. And truthfully, it was my first experience ever being in a setting with 50 prominent Muslim leaders, let alone the Muslim community. And they asked me a lot of the same questions that you care about, and I care about, and the African American community cares about schools and policing and lights and all sorts of things that affect quality of life here. And I remember I was leaving that meeting, and the Imam said to me, he goes, Fulop, he goes, that's a strange last name. What's your background? And I remember rather than saying that I was Jewish, I thought about it, I said I'm Eastern European. And I left and I felt so bad about myself. I felt that if my grandmother had heard me say that and be embarrassed about who I was because of political reasons, she would roll over in her grave, being that like really most of my family died in the Holocaust. And so I said I would never do that again. And if I ever got the opportunity to serve, I would make sure that I really lead from the front of making sure that we have the most inclusive, never judgmental, welcoming city and community and ward that I could ever be a part of. I was proud. I don't know if Miguel and Paul even remember this, but in like I think 2008, we were with Garden State Equality actually, and we had this path to equality, pushing marriage equality before it was really an easy thing to push. And I was proud to be a part of it because of the lessons that I learned going through these different communities in Jersey City and the special place that this is. And so here we are today. And I couldn't be more proud of this community, not only being the most diverse city in the entire country, as Christian and Michael mentioned, but really one that is beyond welcoming. That is one that's an example to everybody else in the country what is really possible here. And so I could certainly say that as long as I'm the mayor, and I think I could speak on behalf of James on this one, and say that as long as that we are here, we want to really make sure that Jersey City continues to lead from the front of the entire country, and second to none on issues that last year, we have done a lot in Jersey City, and I think that for the first time we're being recognized with regards to LGBT issues of being a leader in this country. You see it in every single survey that is there. And we're proud of that, but we still have lots more work to do. For the first time in 8 years, we have a Democratic governor. And the opportunity at the grassroots level is really significant to push for change that is important to everybody in Jersey City and everybody in the state of New Jersey. I was talking earlier today to Christian about all the issues that are on their agenda, from military issues that impact the LGBT community and benefits, to birth certificate issues, to trans issues. And so it's really a window right now, certainly in the next 6 months, to hit the ground running and really push hard for the things that are important to us. And if there's ever something that's encouraging or inspiring, it's the fact that you all came out here tonight to be a part of something with Ravi and myself to say, how do we get involved and how do we be a part of it? So with that, I say thank you for being a part of literally the best city in the entire country. It is indeed. Jersey City's future is very, very bright. So thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Folks, now stick around, enjoy, have some drinks, tip your bartenders, order some food, mix and mingle, take some selfies. Remember, Hudson Pride Center's right on Facebook and on Instagram. Like the pages, like Garden State Equality. When you see them post something, repost it, share the information. Join the mailing list, get involved on every level. We need you involved. Thank you so much, folks. And ladies and gentlemen, Chris Zurek. Our resident song, man. Thank you so much. Jersey City's home. Have a great night, everybody. Stick around.